You understand that you are going to have to renew your licenses every 2 years. And this has nothing to do with your birth month or anything like that. It's the month in which you were first licensed that they go from. So what happens, every 2 years you have to go into the division and renew that license. At the time you renew, you have to pay your renewal fee to the division, and of course you have to have attended your CE credit classes. The CE credit classes currently required by the division are 18 hours, 9 of which must be core credit, and the other 9 could be core credit or it could be elective credit, either one. So you could have 18 hours of all core, that'd be fine. But you have to have a minimum at least 9 core and 9 additional credits, which could either be elective or core, your choice. But you have to have that done. Now, please listen. You need to get this done prior to the last day of the month in which your license expires. Please do not wait till the last minute in order to get all your CE credit, because the way this works in our state is all CE credit is credit banked. Anyone that's providing CE credit classes must be licensed by the state of Utah, and these classes have to be approved by the real estate division. So they have to be taught by an approved instructor, and they have to be taught with a approved curriculum, and each one of these classes has their own individual identifying certification number. Look for that, and so they will tell you this is 4 credit hours of core, or this is 4 credit hours of elective classes, whichever it might be. The credit provider, after you've completed the course, is required to credit bank that with the service that the division uses to administer their CE credit program. This is a company based somewhere back east. What happens is your provider then credit banks with them. They then take this report, compile it, and then send it back to the state of Utah. It takes a few days to accomplish this. The division says that you must have all your CE credit done by no later than the 15th of the month in which you must renew. And so if you wait till the last day or so of the month, you may very well take your classes, but they won't be appropriately credit banked into the division's computer until a few days into the next month, which means that you have to renew your license prior to it expiring at the end of the month. Well, okay, what's this all boil down to? You're going to be charged right now a $50 late fee if you renew your license on the 4th or 5th when your credit banking finally comes through. You don't want to pay that penalty, plus the fact that you can't sell real estate for 4 or 5 days while you don't have a renewed license. So just be aware of these things and get your credits early. Don't wait to the last minute. And I know that no matter how hard I preach this, you're probably, there's 1 or 2 of you out there that are going to wait to the last minute, and it just creates a lot of turmoil and a lot of headache. You may choose to go inactive for a while. If you choose to go inactive, then you just notify your broker that you're leaving, and you can do this by email, or probably it'd be best to go talk to them. And then you put your license inactive, and if your license is inactive, you can't do anything in real estate. Yes, you have a license, but it's inactive, so you can't do anything with it. So what happens is, as long as you're inactive, you have the privilege of paying your renewal fee. The only advantage of being inactive is the fact that, number one, you probably don't have MLS dues if you are in a jurisdiction where you're participating in the MLS in maybe a local, state, and national association of realtors board. So that might be one advantage. But the other advantage is that sometimes we have a number of our brokers and agents that leave the country for a while. They go on a mission for their church, or perhaps they go do compassionate service, or perhaps they're called up in the guard unit and they're off doing other types of service for your country. And there just aren't a lot of CE classes in Kuwait. There's not a lot of CE classes in the desert somewhere. So what happens is you could take stuff online, it's true, but if you are inactive, all you have to do is pay your renewal fee. And if you pay the renewal fee, then you don't have to have your CE credit done. Now, when you go to reactivate, you've got to catch up on all that credit. And this is something you're going to have to talk to the division about on a case-by-case basis, because if you've been inactive for a number of years, they're going to require you to not take just any old CE credit course. They want you to take some Utah law course and other courses that would get you ready to get engaged in the business again. And those courses are sometimes referred to as recertification courses, but they're just CE credit courses for the most part that involve Utah law and current rules and regulations so that about the changes that have happened in real estate since you've been inactive. Makes a lot of sense. But the division will look at your length of inactivity and they'll tell you what you need to do to renew. And of course, if you have some credit banked already, you'll get credit for that. But just reactivating after a number of years, you just can't go and take a bunch of elective credit. It's got to be specific things, and you get your guidance on exactly what you have to take from the real estate division. What if you don't pay your renewal fee? Well, if you don't pay your renewal fee and it's been 6 months since you should have paid it, then you're going to have to start all over again. Your license will have lapsed at that point, and you're going to have to take all 120 hours again, including passing that wonderful test with the required 70% C- on the multiple choice test. So you're going to have to do all that. So just keep paying your fees, and you won't have to take that test again. And if you do want to become active again, get with the division, and it'll tell you precisely what you need to do in order to get that license reactivated.